Davis Rouse. I'm a super blessed senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide and just out here getting on people's nerves talking about gut health. And so the theme of our new format for Wednesdays is called Wellness Wednesdays. And these calls will expand all different aspects of health. And so last Wednesday, we had a fantastic call on breast health and on the Plexus Breast Check Kit. And this Wednesday, the theme is why wait? We are embarking in that time of the year where people get ready to throw in the towel and just decide that whatever their health goals are, they're going to wait until January. And so our goal for the time that we have with you guys tonight is to really encourage you all to consider a different option that is taking control of your health now and being ahead of the game by the time that January rolls around. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And one thing that I love that we're doing with our Wednesdays is a lot of us are on these calls a lot. And so we always, I feel like I learn something every time I join someone's call or every time one of my teammates or colleagues host a call or someone from our broader team. I'm not sure if Rhea introduced herself. She is a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and in less than or a little over a year, what that means is that she's helped thousands of people make a decision in their health and honestly in their wealth. And so what we want to encourage you guys tonight is to consider not throwing in the towel and waiting until January. But what would life look like if you got started now, like now, not Monday, not Saturday, not Sunday, but hang up the phone and like, let's go tonight. And so these are some health goals that I just brainstormed, right? You know, what are some goals that some of us may have? You're going to hear from one of our teammates tonight, Dr. Tiffany Wilson. She's going to share her testimony and why she decided to just go ahead and get started and where she is now compared to where she could be. And she's an educator, y'all. And let me just say, for those of us, I'm saying us, you guys, all of us who work in education in some form or fashion, that's enough to just send you to just not want to do anything but, you know, eat cupcakes and drink champagne in your free time because it's a lot, right? It's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of moving pieces. And so I'm really excited for you guys to get to hear from Dr. Tiffany tonight as she shares how she has worked in taking charge of her health in the midst of really probably one of the craziest years in education in a long time. And so think about what are some of your health goals? You know, if you were to picture yourself or if you were to start already making your New Year's resolutions, what would those look like? Just lose weight, sleep better, exercise more, improve your relationships. And yes, it does say intimate or otherwise, because of course, we're going to show y'all how this is all connected to gut health, right? There's some things going on that you probably don't know have connections for gut health. And that's not just women, that's guys too. So I don't know if we have any men with us on tonight, but getting that gut in check can do some things for you. I love when the Meads, a couple that's on our team, when they talk about how addressing gut health can change some things. Maybe you want to eat better. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe the quarantine has impacted your income. Maybe that's something that you're already starting to plan for January. Maybe you want to cook more meals at home. Maybe you just want to be happier, find more joy, tone up, workout, energy. You know, maybe you want to go to the doctor, that mammogram or that physical that you've been putting off, okay? What you're going to hear tonight is how starting to address your gut health actually can impact so many of the things that you may have as health goals. But before we do that, I'm going to introduce Tiffany, but I just have a couple fun things that I thought would be kind of fun for me to share with you all and tie it into why we care so much about gut health and why it's so hilarious that we always start all the way in October waiting till January. So I like this one, me at the gym. So if anybody is a member of Lifetime, you'll know they have a bar in there. So do not take for granted that if you just decide that you're going to wait to January and you go get your membership, you're doing it like this. That ain't the way. Like my sister Ray says, that ain't it, boo. Or maybe this one. You know, you're gonna start eating healthy, but you gotta treat yourself that one last time. You know why you gotta treat yourself that one last time? Because that gut imbalance won't let you be great. In your heart and in your mind, you want to so bad, but that gut imbalance is like, yes, sis, you can start eating healthy right after you have one more cupcake. Or what about this one? Now, this is funny. You grouchy, oh child, you need these and some Plexus because that attitude is bad. You think you have a bad attitude. You do not have a bad attitude. Chances are, I know we're all beautiful people. You probably have dysbiosis, or maybe this is me and Rachel. No, already a good workout person. You just gonna go shopping and buy you some new workout clothes because maybe that's what's gonna motivate you. That's gonna be the difference. You're gonna get that little lemon, and then you know that if you treat yourself to your new workout clothes, you're not gonna quit. And then if you guys are first on this call, but someone has been begging you to just hear about Plexus, I know that this is probably what you want to do to us. Say Plexus one more time. But by the end of our 30, 40 minutes with you all, I hope that you understand why we just won't let it go, why we can't let it go. Because this is us. This is how we have to watch ourselves when you're at a party and no one wants to talk about gut health, because it's like it keeps coming up. Anything anybody talks about, think about that first slide. If their children, can't focus. Oh, girl, really? Have you thought about gut health? If they have problems with their skin, if they're talking about, the relationship, in some kind of way, it's like, it all paths lead to gut health. And so sometimes we will end up having to put ourselves in timeout because we're just talking about gut health too much. But this is why we do it, y'all, because when was the last time you heard someone say, I'm on all these prescription medicines and I feel amazing? Said no one ever, unfortunately. And so if you are dealing with any of these symptoms, and usually I read them, but I will let you guys take a look at the screen. And I want you to think about what would life feel like, or what could life look like if by January, that's 3 months, y'all, October, November, December, what if instead of wait until January, what if by January you could already be consistently in a regimen that you already have victory over some of these symptoms? It's possible, right? And so all of those things are connected to leaky gut. And Rhea has a great illustration that she does with her hands and something, and it goes out. But really, what we're talking about is inflammation that causes food intolerances that, oh, sorry, I wasn't ready for you yet, Dr. Chip. That causes immune system issues and autoimmunity. And so, y'all, I don't want to get into autoimmune because that is a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother Wednesday wellness. And we're getting that itinerary lined up. It's going to blow your mind how autoimmune is connected to gut health. Maybe autoimmune is what you're dealing with, and maybe you can't imagine having a reduction in symptoms to the point where you're feeling better by January. But what we want you to know is that it's possible, that you can have hope, that you can potentially feel better. And so with that, I want to introduce Dr. Tiffany Wilson. She has a fantastic testimony and really just trajectory. She's a leader on our team. She's been so consistent. She's let nothing, not these kids, not her own family, she's let nothing stop her from reaching her goals. And she's not even done yet. Really, none of us are, because addressing gut health and taking control over our health means that we are ever evolving and ever improving. And so what we're putting in our bodies now and what we're doing now is improving who we're going to be later. And so it's not about willpower. It is about addressing our gut. And so we have the ability to make better choices with our food. I'm a person that loves pizza. For dinner tonight, I had 2 pieces of pizza and the salad. Instead of a pizza and then I'll put some spinach on it and that's my salad. And not because I'm like, ooh, I gotta have a salad, but because when you address gut imbalance, the types of food that you want to eat start to change and start to evolve. And so with that, I want to turn the mic over to Dr. Tiffany. She's going to share her testimony, and then you're going to hear a little bit from Dr. Rachel about what is this gut imbalance, what is this leaky gut, what does plexus have to do with all of this, and then we're going to talk about what it would take for you to believe what we're saying and consider starting on this journey with us tonight. Dr. Tiffany?
Thank you so much, Erica. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I am Dr. Tiffany Wilson. I am a very, very blessed Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus. And I didn't even know what Plexus was, had never heard of it until my beautiful cousin, Dr. Rachel Davis, asked me to sit on a call just like this. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And this was right around the time when we were kind of just going into shutdown mode due to the pandemic. And I actually started a weight loss journey in January of this year. Yeah, I was one of those people, probably should have started around this time in 2019, but I didn't. I was like, January, I'm going to start, I'll do this. And I did, but I was not getting the results that I wanted. And so when I sat on a call like this, I listened, didn't really, I mean, I had heard the words gut health before, but didn't really understand anything about gut health, how it affected things, how it was affecting my weight gain. Just, you know, I listened, but at that time, like I said, it was right when things were going on shutdown mode. I'm an assistant principal at a school. We were getting word that schools weren't going to open back up. So, of course, my stress levels were high. I was having a lot of liquid calories at that time. So I was already heading down a road to kind of sabotage the work that I had already done. You know, so it was good that Plexus found me. So Rachel sent me what we actually have a 3-day challenge coming up, but she sent me a 3-day challenge pack. And when I got the pack, I was like, okay, let me see, I'm gonna try it. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm one of those people that had got caught up in a lot of fad things. So when I started in January, I started out with keto. I'm not gonna say keto didn't work, but it just wasn't for me. I couldn't keep up with it. It wasn't sustainable for me. I've tried all kinds of different things to lose weight. Nothing had ever worked. By the time I started on that 3-day challenge, I literally by day 2, y'all, I was like, whoa, what is this? My energy was like through the roof. I worked out twice that day, which it was already a struggle to try to work out once a day, but by that 3rd day, I was like feeling like I was ready to run a marathon, literally. Just feeling really good. Really had just a good, like my mood was better. I just had a burst of energy and just, you know, really just was ready to go. So I told Rachel, hey, I don't know what this is, but I want all of it. And I just went all in. You know, I started out with the biggest welcome pack and I say, hey, we're going to do this. And I can say that now I have been consistently taking products for about 6 months now. And before Plexus, I had lost maybe about 16 pounds. I'm at a total of about 42 pounds down. And so most of my weight loss, I can say now, has been on Plexus. It was not overnight. I will be honest. I did not see the scale move in the first 2 months. I did see the inflammation decrease. I did see, you know, the inches. I started out at a size 14. Today at a size 8, almost knocking on a 6. So I'm just really, really excited and blessed that Plexus came into my life. And now there's so many other things that have also been a blessing, those unexpected Plexus blessings. I suffer with bad dandruff before Plexus. And now I have not had a flake of dandruff in my head for like the last 4 months, literally. Even my hairstylist was like, wow, like I can't believe that the reason you came here every week was because of the dandruff and, you know, trying to maintain the hair because of the dandruff. And now you have not one flake. but she told me don't try to start spreading those appointments out. I still got to come every week. But there's just been so many blessings. Now my whole family use Plexus products. My kids, they suffered from eczema. I have not had to buy any special creams or refill prescriptions for their eczema. Which lets me know that this thing called gut health is real and it's serious. And we all should take the time to really learn more about it. And Plexus has made it real easy to address it. So I hope you all really listen tonight and, get on this Plexus train with us to getting healthy and happy. So thank y'all so much.
Dr. Tiff. And so one of the reasons, you guys, that we were so excited about doing this specific call tonight is because usually as we're going into the holidays, people are kind of coming off of their summer super sexy, super fun, because everybody worked all hard in the spring to do that thing, whatever that thing was, trip with your boo, girls weekend, someone getting married, whatever. Well, because many of us haven't had that impetus to go and do double twice a days or really, not eat the foods and do all the things. There are people that never suffer from weight gain who are going into the fall up 10 pounds or up 20 pounds or up 15 pounds from their normal. And then you say, now we're going to go through the fall and through the holidays and cozy time. And then that means in January, let's be realistic. You could be looking at being up 20 or 30 or 40. It could happen. And so we were so excited to talk to you guys tonight because we're like, oh, people are already kind of not feeling their best coming out of quarantine. Maybe their anxiety is up. Maybe their stress is up. Maybe it's the weight. It could be really so many different things that quarantine and dealing with the pandemic has wreaked havoc on a lot of our health in a lot of different ways. Well, not mine, because I started my Plexus in March. But that's not the point. But what if we could help people start to feel better now, start to reduce inflammation now, start, like Tiffany said, 2 months in before she started to lose weight. Same for me. I was almost 3 months in consistently before any pounds at all started to come off. But at that point, I was almost like I didn't really care because I was feeling good and I was looking better and my clothes were fitting better. And so the pounds weren't discouraging because, when you're just killing it in the gym and then, you're eating 200 calories a day, if the pounds aren't moving as fast as you want them to, it's so easy to give up. Well, when you're on Triplex or when you're on your Plexus regimen, it's not so easy to give up once you start feeling good. Even if the scale doesn't move, you're not going to throw the scale out the window. But at the same time, your feel good starts from the inside, and you know that you don't want to lose that, regardless of if the scale is moving or not. When the scale starts to move, for me, that was a bonus because my anxiety was under control. My bloating was starting to diminish. My heat flashes, hot flashes, where it was too much heat, were starting to be under control. Really, I haven't had a hot flash since March. Okay, let's just put that out there. Night sweats. And so when you're getting those type of wins, like Dr. Tiffany said, dandruff, when you're getting those type of wins, you're willing to be a little bit more patient with yourself while you're waiting for the pounds to come off. And so, Dr. Rachel, will you introduce yourself and will you explain what does this have to do with that and has to do with this? You have the floor,
Yes, thank you so much. I am Dr. Rachel Davis. I am a licensed pharmacist. I do practice pharmacy, but I am so blessed to be able to connect these dots. I found the missing puzzle piece, is what I like to say. I found the bridge that I was needing to get from feeling bad and managing chronic sinusitis, from sinus surgery after sinus surgery to allergy shots, to fungal yeast infections because you have antibiotics and all the things. I was tired. I started to get overwhelmed, that feeling of overwhelmed, even though, because I said, oh, that's because I wear a lot of hats, I work full time, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Now I am so blessed to be able to help myself, my family, my friends, and anybody who will listen understand the relationship of what is going on in your gut and setting yourself up for achieving overall wellness or relief from some symptoms that you might not know that is connected to this. So what am I talking about? 70 to 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. Your gut microbiome, which microbiome are bacteria that live in a certain area. That's what a microbiome is. Your gut microbiome should have 80% good bacteria, 20% bad. A lot of times, due to you're looking at this this graph here: stress, toxins, food particles, drugs, prescriptions, low food quality, overall inflammation, being heightened because high sugar diets, high carb diets, our culture now, pollution, did I say that? Things that maybe we can control and things that we can't control happen. And it swings that balance off. It's called dysbiosis. So when you have dysbiosis, you have more bad bacteria than good. So you may experience some symptoms that are on the slide. So it makes sense to me, before I understood and started really studying about gut health, it makes sense that bloating, gas, that first column, constipation, diarrhea, indigestion, acid reflux, made sense that if your gut, if you need to work on your gut health, you may have those symptoms. What now we know is that increased belly fat and high carb, sugar, alcohol cravings could be coming and being worsened by a gut imbalance. So you have more bad bacteria, Candida yeast is the most likely culprit for these symptoms on the slide, is asking to be fed. And the food source for bad bacteria is sugar. The food source for good bacteria is plants and vegetables, fibers from plants and vegetables called prebiotics. So that whatever is a higher percent or speaking loudest, that's what you're going to crave. So it might not be just your willpower. It may be just that imbalance and that bad bacteria needing to be calmed down. So those sugar cravings, in the middle column, you see headaches, migraines, sleep problems, night sweats, lack of concentration. I thought, my increased or high anxiety or lack of ability to focus was a personality trait, that I had. Now that I am consistent on the products and getting my gut in balance, I can think more clearly. My brain is not as foggy and is directly related to some of the symptoms have been improved by balancing out my gut. Hyperactivity, ADD, memory problems, brain fog, indecisiveness. I think I said that. Sense of floating, learning disabilities, and depression. We have bacteria in our body, probiotics, that are important in modulating or making of neurotransmitters. Serotonin, dopamine, epinephrine. Those are all, a lot of those processes are in the gut. I did not understand that. The gut-brain axis is the way your gut sends signals to your brain and the way your brain sends signals to your gut. If your gut is imbalanced, chances are your responses to external triggers will also be imbalanced. It is a two-way street. It's bidirectional. So that gut feeling, what else? I had a gut feeling, or those things that are related to gut is not just a saying. It really is a real link to having the right balance in your gut. Chances are you'll have the right balance in your brain. The third column, chronic fatigue, muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat. A lot of these things are also due to nutrient deficiencies, and gut imbalance can aggravate or make worse nutrient deficiencies. Asthma, persistent cough, ear pain, chronic joint pain, painful intercourse. Let me just stop there and say, frequent infections. Let me stop there and say our overall inflammation. So we talked about leaky gut and how some things that are toxic to our body leak out into our system, and our body's main responsibility is to protect itself. So it's sending those inflammation processes are heightened. It's sending those signals saying, hey, we need to protect ourselves. So our overall baseline inflammation goes up. So then what happens when we have an external trigger, we have an injury, something happens, then our inflammation is already up. So then it goes into overdrive. So if you see where you can balance out your gut, calm your overall inflammation down, have the right bacteria working in your favor, getting rid of that bad bacteria, well, you're setting yourself up to unleash your body's natural ability to heal itself. We are not saying that Plexus diagnoses, treats, cures any diseases. We are saying that there is a monumental responsibility or job that your gut bacteria balance has in your overall health. And Plexus has done the work and the research to help make this a doable regimen that's enjoyable to help you really thrive. So I think—
Can you walk us through those products, Rachel? That was a perfect segue. When you said Plexus has created a simple regimen that's doable, that is doable. So at this point, I hope you guys are ready to tell us what it is so we can get it. So will you tell us what those combination of products are, Rachel, that are impacting gut health and giving us all these great results?
Yes, before we leave this slide though, let me talk about the other microbiomes. And because I think it's important, as I was just fascinated, and I mean, I went to school, I have 2 degrees, one in biomedical science as an undergrad, and then a PharmD, and I never do. So I spend a lot of time now just researching, and a lot of the research now is new. A lot of functional medicine or integrative medicine doctors always understood the role nutrition has in our overall health and those gaps, what those have. But the microbiome, we have microbiomes that live all over our body. Some of the largest ones, or the gut is the largest, but the skin has the most surface area, right? So a lot of times if your gut is imbalanced, you're seeing the symptoms in your skin. So eczema, psoriasis, acne, those inflammations on your skin can be improved by gut health. The sinus cavity is one. Your eyes, your oral cavity. We talk a lot with Dr. Williams and Dr. Petrie about what signals your oral health is giving you about your gut health. And there's a direct link because that's the opening to your GI tract, right? It makes sense. What else? The skin, nasal, eyes, sinuses, lungs. So I wanted to draw that parallel to asthma or having a reactive airway. Some of those inflammation processes are heightened when your gut bacteria is not where it needs to be. It's not helping your body, and then things are attacking your lungs. So you see where I'm going with that. The microbiome, the bacteria that live in those areas are very important. So Triplex are the 3 gut health products that Plexus has designed to help to keep that balance in check. Get the balance and then keep it in check. So Slim is
So Rachel, before you do that, I want to interject something because I found this today and it was so random. I'm like, I'm not going to put that in the PowerPoint, but Tiffany talked about eczema. You just talked about eczema. This was something that I found on an integrative medicine website, and it said, great question. What can be happening inside the guts of babies that have eczema so early after birth? Answer, babies are actually born with very high gut permeability, leaky gut, which by day 9 gets less so. And as early as 2 months of age, differences in babies' guts can be predictive of eczema. Gut problems are an underlying cause of skin rashes. Point of confirmation for what Tiffany said about dandruff and what you literally just said. It starts literally at birth.
Right. And you did say something also that brings me to this point is now, because of the prevalence of a lot of antibiotics, right? It takes a year to correct the gut imbalance because antibiotics wipe out the good and the bad. You know, some are more specific, but in general, you have to really be diligent about replacing the good when you have, or getting that balance back when you have antibiotics. So it takes a year to correct that gut imbalance. Cesarean births also play a role in the immunity in infants. And so to your point, probiotics are as important, because a lot of times now what they have to do, and I'm not trying to go down there, but they have to take the microbiome from the mom and rub it on the baby, because the vaginal birth delivers those probiotics, right? Those antibodies, all of that, they need them. So they continue to need them just like we need them. And we'll talk more about the kids getting what they need and how Plexus is addressing that. So Triplex, Pink Drink. I know you've heard about it, and if you haven't, well, I'm gonna tell you now. Pink Drink is the game changer. So Pink Drink comes in, it gets its color from beetroot extract. So it is a highly anti-inflammatory product that colors this pink drink. So that's where it gets its color from. None of this doesn't have any artificial sweeteners or colors. It is jam-packed with chromium, which keeps your blood sugar in a healthy range. And remember how I said the food source for bad bacteria is sugar. And if you can figure out a way to crave less sugar, keep your sugars in a healthy range, you can see benefits like overall inflammation goes down, but your cravings go down. So then you're able to then say, hey, bad bacteria, you know, I'm good. I'm going to make better food choices because you're not talking louder than my good bacteria. So that's one thing also that Slim does. We have two different, it has ALA, alpha lipoic acid, which is important in the process of overall cell integrity and decreasing overall cell inflammation. We also have, what else does it have, y'all? I think, two different forms of fiber, prebiotics. So you have to feed your good bacteria. Plexus understands that sometimes it's not to any fault of ours that a lot of our variety of fruits and vegetables aren't as plentiful. So what they've done is made it easy. Drink your prebiotics, feed your good bacteria, and you go on about your day. We have two different forms of Slim. One is a hunger control, so it has polydextrose. It's a bulk forming fiber that helps you feel fuller, longer, making better food choices, and that is the one for hunger control. It is the one, if weight loss is a goal for you, then you would go with hunger control. Microbiome activating is also a prebiotic, also a fiber. It's XOS is a fiber type. It's not as bulk forming. So it is feeding your good bacteria, but if weight loss is not a goal for you, or you don't need support in that area, then you would go with microbiome activating Slim. Okay. So that is a Slim drink. You drink that once a day or twice a day if weight loss is a goal for you. ProBio 5 is our high quality bioavailable probiotic. I did not understand that if you freeze dry the probiotic, it increases its bioavailability. Thankfully, Plexus understood that. And we have a probiotic that is freeze dried. It gets to the source and elicits its effect. This also has an antifungal. Remember how I told you bad bacteria is very vigilant. And if you have one more layer trying to get that bad bacteria, kill it and get it out, then the better off you are. So Saccharomyces is an antifungal component of the probiotic, and there are also digestive enzymes to help break down the outer shell of bad bacteria, help to kill it off. This is also affecting your pH, so it does adjust your pH in your gut, which helps to reduce toxins or release toxins, and then keep your pH at a more alkaline level. So acidic pHs we want to stay away from because it allows or encourages an environment where rogue or radical cells can thrive. And we want highly oxygenated, very viable cells. And that's what this system is doing by feeding your good bacteria, putting it in and killing off the bad. Once you kill off the bad, you do need to make sure that you're getting it out in a very natural way. BioCleanse is not a laxative. BioCleanse is a magnesium supplement that helps your body naturally eliminate the way that it should. Magnesium supplementation is important because a lot of times it's difficult to get magnesium from food. And when you have magnesium deficiencies, it may show up in a number of ways. Constipation is one of them, but migraine headaches, muscle cramps, weakness, elevated blood pressures are some signs that you may be magnesium deficient. So magnesium supplementation with the highly bioavailable magnesium supplement. This one has vitamin C and bioflavonoids, which also help magnesium absorption. So this is helping get rid of, we didn't show the pool, but this is helping scrubbing the GI and getting it out. This is replacing the good stuff and killing off the bad. And then this is feeding the good stuff and getting the inflammation down, keeping your blood sugars in a healthy range. So that's why these products work so well together, because they're designed to piggyback off and work synergistically together. Can I just take ProBio 5? Would I feel something? Yes, you would, because this is a very potent and bioavailable probiotic. But if you're feeding it consistently, how much better would that be? How much more effective would it be? And then if you're getting that bad bacteria out and helping your body naturally eliminate, because we should be eliminating after every meal. Are we doing that? No, I thought I was a regular, and I was like, oh, once a day, because some people I knew were going 2 and 3 days, and I knew that wasn't regular. But I was like, okay, now I understand how much better I feel and how assisting my body naturally detoxify is important. Let's talk about X Factor Plus is our chelated, highly bioavailable multivitamin. That just means that it really is jam-packed with in the most absorbable form. It's a jam-packed multivitamin. It also has aloe, which is an antioxidant. So you feel the difference when you're taking a bioavailable multivitamin. And ours helps with everything from menopause, premenopausal symptoms, hair growth, nail, skin, helps with energy, helps you promote better sleep, all the things. We love X Factor Plus. We also, let me go back to Triplex, and let me just say, Tiffany said it, Erica said it, sometimes you see the inches first, and then you see the pounds. So tracking is important and not getting on the scale too much, but that triplex will cause your weight to balance out. If you want additional support, which the company does understand that, we do sometimes want to see more results quicker. And so we have stellar weight loss products to go along, weight loss support products to go along with the triplex while your gut is getting in balance. And it's important right now to interject that sometimes takes 2-3 months, maybe more, to see the maximum benefit. You're trying to reverse a lot of damage that has been going on for a while in your gut. So that's why it's so important to go ahead and get started now, because by January, guess what? You'll be so far ahead of the game. I'm so excited because you're not having to start. You're already starting and your gut balance is getting, so by January, you can start seeing, the dandruff, the things that take a little while longer, maybe a toe fungus, dandruff, mental, mood issues, just some things that maybe take a little longer to see the maximum benefit. We can start experiencing those, instead of waiting to just get started in January. So I hope that encourages somebody to just go ahead and do it. But these products actually help you to get to that point. You don't have to get ready. I have a lot of friends, so I have to get ready before I start. They have a box sitting of chocolates sitting in their room, and they say, oh, I have to get ready. No, let me tell you, I'm here to tell you now, the products help you get ready because they're addressing the root cause. So I like to say, and I got this from Rand, I think it's so brilliant. So it's like you are walking along and you have a rock in your shoe, and you're like, oh man, it really hurts. I really need to take something, a pain reliever. Let me pop this Tylenol. instead of just stopping, taking off the shoe, taking out the rock, and then the pain is gone, right? So this system is stopping, taking off the shoe, taking off the rock, you know? So let me keep going with some other products. So you have, we were talking about weight loss. So MetaBurn is a natural metabolism booster without all the jitters. It's just a clean, natural lift that helps your metabolism. It's good for also belly fat and fat in thighs, help reduce that. Balance is our carb blocker that also has 5-HTP, which is serotonin, mood enhancing. We love Balance. Take it 20 to 30 minutes before your heaviest carb meal, and that also helps keep your blood sugars in a healthy range, helps with weight loss as well. We always have probiotic. These are all my products, y'all, by the way. As Accelerator. So Accelerator is also a metabolism booster, but it has additional chromium, just as the Slim does, and it just helps boost your metabolism and your mood also. So you wouldn't take Accelerator and MetaBurn, you would pick one or the other. Mega X is our plant-based omega supplement. And y'all have to correct me because I think I always miss one. 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
5.
Yeah, and 5.
And 5. Okay, so without the fishy burps, if you, this promotes sleep also. Promotes heart health, brain health, and promotes healthy sleep. We sleep better, we feel better, we look better, we are better because of Plexus.
We are better.
Let's see.
You're feeling better.
I'm running out of stuff. Oh, Kids Essentials. So really quick, I know we're getting close to time, but Kids Essentials. So we talked about kids earlier, and what Plexus has done with the Kids Essentials line is just so phenomenal. Our kids sometimes have the same nutritional gaps that we do. Sometimes they may not, well, we know all the time it may not be due to a lack of our will to make sure that they eat a variety of fruits and vegetables on a consistent basis, that they keep their sugar intake at a very low level, their carbs down. And so to help with that, Plexus has derived a Kids Essentials microbiome drink. It is tropical punch flavor, and they drink it once a day, and they're getting like 9 vitamins and minerals, like 9 cups of broccoli, kale, apples, things that they probably wouldn't eat, like asparagus, all of these vitamins in the drink. It also has DHA, which is for brain health, and it's helping to get their focus. And also helping, it has prebiotics just like our Slim, so it's feeding the good bacteria. There's a Kids Essentials chewable that has multivitamins and probiotics. So the probiotics are being replenished, they're being fed, and they're getting the vitamins and the nutrients that they need. And the chewable vitamin is the tropical fruit flavor, and it has sweetened with xylitol. That just means, and Dr. Petrie can tell me if I'm can amen to this, but it's known to prevent cavities instead of the gummies and the other chewables that are sweetened with sugar and all kind of artificial flavors that don't necessarily help in the cavity category. So we have a lot of things going for us with the Kids Essentials as well, and we are so excited about our kiddos being able to just have more mental clarity, be able to focus more, go to the restroom on a regular basis, and all the things. So I'm going to hand it back over to you, Erica, and you can take it from here.
Fantastic. Last thing we'll say on the kids, I saw another meme. I did not include it because it was maybe too direct, but it said something like, you know, if you're gonna give your kids flaming hot Cheetos or Takis, but you want to question me when I say, you know, try a microbiome drink for kids. You know, like, come on, y'all. Let's think about that. So to close us out, I hope by now, with everything that you've heard, that you are at the point where you are like this. Oh, no, not like that. Like this. That Plexus Slim Girl is so annoying, but now I want to try it. I hope we have gotten you to the point where you are open-minded and open-hearted, and you're willing to try it, and you're willing to start now, because in this time span of between now and January, February, and I started my products in March. So I ordered March 24th. I got them March 31st. So I started taking it probably April the 1st. April, May, June, July, August, September. That's a 5-month consistent regimen. Off of coffee. I drink it sometimes when the weather's cold, just because it seems like I should, and I like that feel. But it's not something I have to power through my morning and my almost afternoon, because I was drinking 3 cups a day. I was on 20 milligrams of Lexapro for my anxiety, which my doctor, with the consent from my doctor and on my doctor's recommendation, after being consistent on this triplex regimen and addressing gut health, I'm down to 5 milligrams. My chronic fatigue, now my bupropion, she didn't take me up and I ran out, y'all, and I've been feeling so good, so don't judge me. We're family. Don't do anything unless your doctor tells you. Don't do what I do. Do what your doctor tells you to do. My chronic fatigue, my sleep, I was sleeping kind of because I was thinking when I was sleeping, and then I was wondering why I couldn't sleep, and then I felt like, well, am I asleep? Do I need to wake up? I rest peacefully now. I'm energized. And yes, the weight did come off, but it's not just about the weight. And maybe your New Year's goal isn't about weight. Maybe you feel like you have a grasp on your health, but maybe this pandemic has shown you that maybe it's not enough to have 1 stream of income, 2 streams of income, 3 streams of income. Maybe you're willing to consider our health and our financial wins. I show the picture here of Dr. Rachel, who you just heard from, who's going to be in January, where other people may be just getting started. Y'all, in January, we're going to be spending $2,000 at Nordstrom's. Rachel, myself, Rhea, Dr. Tracy, Mom. I mean, there's pretty much almost everybody on this call. There was $2,000 enough to go around. And it wasn't a cutoff. It wasn't just for Rhea. It wasn't just for Rachel. It wasn't just for Tracy. Whoever earned it gets it. So when was the last time you and your girls all had shopping money? You know, sometimes one got it, but then one doesn't have it. Well, then maybe you got a bonus, but she didn't get her bonus. You don't want her to feel bad, you know. But no, we all have earned not just the shopping spree, but the VIP gift experience. I can't wait to see what that is. Plexus branded custom luggage, flight voucher, the actual trip, private reception, a first class experience. You know why we were able to earn that? Just because we took a chance and we started feeling better, and we opened our mouths and we just shared with others because we wanted them to feel what we felt. Yeah. And so maybe your health, maybe your January goal isn't about health at all. Maybe you just joined this call and now we're talking about more than just a health win. We're talking about creating other streams of income. We're talking, maybe it's ministry. We're talking about supporting people as they get control of their health. Maybe, just maybe, you want to be a part of the movement that we're a part of. And maybe you're willing to join us in this gut health thing. That's also a make money thing. That's also a prayer and support thing. That's also a, you know, a togetherness thing. And if you are, what's going to happen now is usually to start as a wholesale customer, it is a $39.95 wholesale membership fee. Basically like your Costco, your Sam's, your Instacart is $99 for the year, okay? And they still charge you if your order is less than $35. With Plexus, it's usually $39 to be a wholesale customer. That's what I paid. That's what many of us paid. Right now, also in direct response to the financial challenges that so many of Americans are facing, it's $9.95. That gets you wholesale benefits for the whole year. You never have to host a Zoom meeting. You never have to do a PowerPoint, and you will have the same purchasing benefits that I do, the same purchasing benefits that Rachel does. And so when you pay that $9.95, it unlocks not just the wholesale pricing, y'all, but also a welcome pack, which is Plexus's way of saying thank you for joining us as a wholesale customer. Now you get to pick a big bundle of products at almost 50% off. And they make it real simple. The person who invited you is going to check in with you, kind of review what some of your health goals are. Maybe they reflect that list we shared in the beginning. Maybe it's different. And then they're going to help guide you through what the best options for you for the product mix. If you're ready to detox, we know Triplex, it's a no-brainer. But if you're not up for that, there are some other packages that may meet your immediate needs better right now. And so you'll get a choice between a $199 welcome pack, which is the absolute best value. It's a $360 retail value worth of products that you're going to get for $199. And the reason why I'm insisting on you connecting with the person that invited you, y'all, they have a promo code that's going to get you additional 10% off, okay? So it's $199 plus 10% off of that. And if that's not where your budget is right now, but you still want to take an investment on yourself, no worries, because we have another entry-level welcome pack for only $99. And that one, too, is additional 10% off. So you'll be able to get started with 3 products of your choice, focusing on weight loss or focusing on gut health, detox, or even maybe you just want to get started with the kids' products. The person who invited you will walk you through that and help you pick the right product mix based on what your budget is. If you can do the $199, or if $99 is more along the lines of what you're able to do right now. And then if you really want to know how to get your products paid for, they can also walk you through how sharing with just 2 to 3 people this month can get your welcome pack paid for. And so I think I'm going to turn it over to Rhea, because she texted me and shared with me that she wanted to sweeten the pot even more for people that have been moved by what we've shared and are willing to jumpstart their New Year's now. So, Ray.
Thank you, Erica. Yes, so Erica mentioned that the wholesale is $9.95 right now, but for anyone who starts this evening, anyone who purchases their welcome pack this evening will be reimbursed that $9.95. So the person who invited you to tonight's call, again, like Erica said, they're going to reach out to you, and then if you get started, they're going to let me know, and tonight, same day, you'll be reimbursed your $9.95, because this is such goodness, y'all. It's such goodness. So it's basically free enrollment tonight. And so take advantage. Take advantage, y'all.
That doesn't happen that often, y'all. So we don't just come on every time and say, oh yeah, and $9.95 will pay your enrollment. So that's a special gift that Ray is offering to save even more, basically making your enrollment free for the year. And so with that, we want to open the floor up for questions. You can put them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself, because we know when you finally get on this regimen and you just love it, it's no turning back from there. So we want to take the next few minutes to answer your questions.
And while they're unmuting or asking their questions in the chat, if your name is not on the screen, you can tell us in the chat your name and who invited you. That would be so helpful for us. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Well, I love silence, because I consider silence to be consent, meaning we've adequately answered your questions. All you are doing now is waiting for that phone call from the person that invited you, and we definitely want you to have the opportunity to do that before it gets too late. And so with that, we wish you a very happy October New Year and a really wonderful good night.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Great call, Erica. Great call, Rachel.